Hello, students, and welcome. Have you ever thought about how words help us describe the world around us? Well, a big part of that is done by adjectives. Today, we're going to learn about some very interesting types of adjectives, focusing on those that deal with numbers and a few other special kinds that will make your English even better. So here is our plan for today. First, we will quickly revise what adjectives of number are. Then we'll explore the four main types. After that, we will learn about two more special adjectives. And finally, we will wrap up with a summary and some very useful exam tips. All right, let's start with a quick recap. I'm sure you remember adjectives of number. They are the words that simply tell us how many of something there is. And the most important rule to remember is that we can only use them with nouns that we can count, like pens, chairs, or friends. Let's look at the proper definition. An adjective of number is used with a countable noun to show, well, two main things: how many people or things there are, or in what order someone or something is. Please keep these two phrases in mind: how many and in what order. They are the key to understanding this whole topic. Okay, now let's break this down even further. You see, there are actually four main types of number adjectives. We are going to go through them one by one, with lots of examples, so everything becomes crystal clear. First up, we have cardinal adjectives. These are perhaps the easiest to understand. They give you an exact, specific number. They always answer the question, how many? Think about it. When you count things, 1, 2, 3, 4, you are using cardinal numbers. Let's see some examples. In this sentence, she has 3 pencils. Which word tells us exactly how many pencils she has? It's 3, of course. Let's try another one. There are 10 students in the row. The cardinal adjective here is 10. Correct. And one last one. He bought 2 hands of bananas. Here, the adjective is 2. You see? They all give us a precise count. Next, we have ordinal adjectives. Now, if cardinal adjectives are about counting, ordinal adjectives are about ordering, or telling us the position of something. So instead of answering how many, they answer the question, in what order? Let's take some familiar examples from our school life. The student on the first bench is very attentive. The word first doesn't tell us the total number of benches, does it? It tells us the position. Another example, please open the second chapter of your book. Again, second tells us the order of the chapter. And finally, we have a test in the last period. Last tells us the position of that period in the day. This slide really helps us see the difference very clearly. On the left side, we have cardinal numbers, which answer how many? 2, 5, 10. And on the right, we have their ordinal forms, which answer in what order? 2nd, 5th, 10th. So it's very important to remember cardinals for counting and ordinals for rank or position. Our third type is the indefinite adjective of number. Now, the word indefinite itself means not exact or not clear, and that's exactly what these adjectives do. They give us a general idea of the number without being specific. For instance, take words like many or few. If I say I have many books, you understand that I have a large number of books. But do you know the exact count? Is it 50 or 100? No, you don't. Similarly, if someone says, I have few friends, it means the number is small, but again, we don't know if it's 2 or 3 or 4. So let's think about this for a moment. In the phrase, many books, do we know the exact number of books? The answer, of course, is no, we don't. And that is what makes many an indefinite adjective. It is not definite. Now, here is a small but very important detail, especially for exams. The words few, a few, and the few seem similar, but their meanings are quite different. Few has a negative meaning, suggesting not many or almost none. A few is positive, it means some. And the few refers to a small, specific group, meaning all of those few. The meaning changes with just a small a or the. And the fourth and final type of number adjective is the distributive adjective. Think of the word distribute. When a teacher distributes sweets in class, she gives one to each student, right? These adjectives also refer to each single person or thing in a group, one by one. Let's look at the examples. Each child received a prize. The word each here focuses on every single child individually. It emphasizes that no one was left out. Similarly, every student must participate means all students without any exception. These words single out the individuals within a group. Fantastic! We've now understood the 4 types of number adjectives. But let's not stop there. Let's expand our knowledge by looking at 2 more special and very useful types of adjectives. First, we have proper adjectives. These are very interesting because they are formed from proper nouns. The special names of people, countries, or places. For example, from the proper noun India, we get the proper adjective Indian. This slide shows some great examples. The word Italian comes from the proper noun Italy, and we can use it to describe food, like Italian pasta. The word Chinese comes from China, and we can talk about Chinese toys. And Greek comes from Greece to describe things like Greek literature. Our second special type is the emphasizing adjective. As the name itself suggests, the job of these adjectives is to add emphasis or stress to the noun they are describing. They make a statement stronger and more powerful. For example, listen to this sentence. I saw it with my own eyes. I could just say, I saw it with my eyes, but adding the word own adds so much more force to it. It really emphasizes that I saw it myself and no one else. Another common one is very, as in, that is the very man I was talking about. Well done, everyone. You have been very attentive. We have covered quite a lot today, so let's take a moment to summarize everything and then discuss some tips that will help you prepare for your exams. So, let's do a quick revision. Adjectives of number are always used with countable nouns. Cardinals give us an exact number. Ordinals tell us the position. Indefinite adjectives give a general idea of the number. Distributives refer to each one in a group. Then we have our special types, proper adjectives, which come from proper nouns, and emphasizing adjectives, which add stress. And now for your exams. Please be careful to avoid these 3 common mistakes. First, do not confuse adjectives of number with adjectives of quantity. We use number for countable things, like pencils, and quantity for uncountable things, like water. Second, always remember that distributive adjectives like each and every are singular, so we say each student is present, not are present. And third, always capitalize proper adjectives like Indian or Chinese. And that brings us to the end of our lesson today. Before we finish, I have a small and interesting challenge for you. The next time you pick up your favorite storybook, try to find at least 3 different kinds of adjectives that we discussed today. It's a wonderful way to practice what you've learned. Thank you for your attention and happy learning.